Actually, I worked for other great artists, including one called Vladimir Horowitz, who was a famous pianist, a Russian pianist. He's long since passed, unfortunately. But I participated on the very last recording that he made for RCA Records under the technical direction of Max Wilcox, who was the RCA Red Label record producer at that time. And during the process of recording, I learned a great deal about how to record the piano. And that led to other discoveries, including my working for a Steinway artist for about 10 years, who actually invited me to a duo. So in truth, it was not necessarily upon my own initiative that I discovered and started to perform regularly with piano, but it was a pianist who invited me to her concert series, and basically what I've tried to do is to find literature which has more of a dialogue with the instrument. As you notice, only for the solo did I now just turn to the public. The piano is equipped with a special instrument called a pianist. This pianist is usually a well-trained musician who also, actually, like us, have to study scales and literature, and I believe wholeheartedly that when you're performing in a recital setting with the piano, that it is a chamber duo and not a solo. And the instrument also beckons to be respected. This accessory here is not just for show. It was designed more than 100 years ago for a very specific purpose, and that is to act as a sound post for the instrument, which complements all the other accessories that help the piano produce sound. The sound of the piano has a sweet spot of projection, which is about here to here. So as a recording engineer, somebody who's always respected the pianist, I find it absolutely offensive when I see people playing in front of the piano like this, or even worse, when I see like colleagues of my wife is a violin player, when I see people doing like this. And in fact, two-set violin, I think you probably have heard of them, two-set violin. They even made fun of that position because it looks absolutely ridiculous. And I've usually never been impressed by any performance that I've ever heard with either of those setups. So because it's clear that there's no connection or communication, and that's what chamber music is all about. So just sort of to explain, I usually sort of, as I told Michael earlier today, I kind of am a musician that beats to my own drum. I don't really follow the crowd often on things, but my unique experience as a recording engineer and having gone to the Curtis Institute of Music filled with amazing pianists, I could not fathom doing it any other way. So this is Nimble Dancer, and followed by that will be Phantom Procession.